TunePocket.com.
Nation, your Dirty Birds are 3-2 first time in quite a while. As always, it's your boys Chase and Philip with Dirty Fanatics United. I'm joined with my co-host Philip. How you doing, brother? How you been on this glorious Sunday?
Been great, baby. The tribal chief is back, as you see. We pulled out the win today, baby. All right. So before the game started, we described everything that was going on. What we needed to do to win, and practically what I said, Des did.
Yeah, Philip, I went back and watched the live right after the game that we did before the game started, and we just talked about what we expected today, what we wanted to see as a whole in the team. And some of the points that I hit on, man, we were 100% with, bro. Like I said, I wanted to see a good pass blocking offensive line. The one thing I did not hit on was the run game. I wanted to see a run game today. That was non-existent. Certain times we had run game, but all in all, passing offensive line was very, very solid. Also, I wanted to see Kyle Pitts involved today. That happened very often throughout the day. Rid of the Kyle Pitts was something that was very huge in our success today. I also talked about seeing Nate Lamont put up a good performance. And Philip, I must say, dude,
Nate played out.
3 performances this year already for Nate Lamont, and each game he's looked tremendous. So, like I said, Philip, before the show, Troy Anderson better watch his seat when he gets back because Nate Lamont for the heat. Real quick, man, we're going to hit the chat, see who's checking in with us. Philip, man, real quick, before we do check the chat, man, just tell me, about your day, bro, from what you've seen on the field, like as a whole team, like how we feeling, bro? We sitting at 3-2, tied at first in the division, waiting for the Bucks to fold. How we feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great, like with the day. We executed a lot on offense, something we ain't seen, since week 2, I think, against the Packers. But this time it was different. I think Arthur Smith finally let Desmond off the leash, let him go off and do his own thing because Des went off today, and it just looked like he was more comfortable than he has the 2 years of being here, honestly. He just let that thing fly out today, and it just
Mr. 300 honestly, himself.
329.
His very first 300-yard performance as a professional football quarterback in the NFL. Shout out to Desmond Ridder to bounce back like he did. Phil, it's huge, bro, for Desmond to come out there and put the performance up that he did today. Real quick, we'll throw a little banner up for Desmond Ridder just to show kind of what he done today. Stat-wise, Desmond really came out and shut the haters up, bro. I will say he took all the doubt out of my mind about Desmond Ridder. I've seen what he can do with an offensive line that blocks, and I must say I'm very happy. Today, Desmond Ridder went 37 passes, 28 completions, 329 passing yards, 2 touchdowns with a passer rating of 111.2.
Sheesh.
Those numbers, man, numbers don't lie. Before we get into the stats and all that, that's the whole thing for Avis Avenue. Real quick, man, we're going to hit the chat, see what the chat's talking about. All the way from the top, Bubba Gump in the chat. He says, so many are mad because DR9 and L3D the W. Facts. Desmond Ridder came out there, man, and really came out there and just laid down how to be a captain, how to lead a team to a W. It's very huge for that to happen. Philip, Desmond Ridder still undefeated, 3-0, or not 3-0, 4-0, I believe it is. 8-town down. Your thoughts on Desmond Ridder just getting the home win, bro? Like still being undefeated in the NFL, never losing in the stadium.
Sorry, but it's a good feeling, you know. I hope he continues to play lights out like he did today. I'm on definitely want to see deep balls like today. Today just looks so, I don't know, man. It reminded me of young Ryan days, but in a touch of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Because like he really went out there and led today, and definitely bounced back from 2 bad weeks and an L in London. You know, come back home, getting the home crowd shaking back at you know, everybody was showed out, and he gave them a reason to show out. It just it's just something good to see, and I hope he continues to run this out just throughout the season. You know, and Arthur, man, keep running these same plays, stay on this page.
Facts.
I'm loving it.
Facts. Dylan in the chat. That's the guy that just came in and busted up in Phillips' room. He
All
said,
right, bro.
Dylan. Shout out to Dylan and the Pops. They just got back, I believe, late last night. They went and watched the Dogs whoop up on Kentucky. So they had them a good, interesting weekend. So I
Nice.
know we're hyped to see that W today. DSUB Hall in the chat said, "Rise up, fellas! Great team win. Ritter played well, real good. Man, we got a defense, y'all. Philip, this defense, bro. We've talked about it from week 1 all the way up to week 5. This defense has not let us down yet, bro.
Can I just shout
DSUB
out
Hall,
one player
that's a great comment, bro, because the
just
defense has
from that
been.
comment about the defense? Can I just shout out one player, and that's D. Alford, bro. Bro, looking like he's a 10-year vet out there today, bro. Like to me,
Shout out to the Glow Man, number 20
boy,
himself.
he
That
strapped
guy,
him
Glow
down
Man.
today.
Yes,
Dog,
sir. Big shout out to Glow Man.
like man, continue to do your thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
You look
Man,
great.
if you're
Bouncing
new
back
here to
from
the
that
chat,
concussion.
man, drop a like, drop a share, drop a subscribe. If you're here, please drop a like and leave a comment. Headed to the next comment here. Stormy Sapp in the chat. She said, "Rise up, great win today, Mama. I made it. We on TV."
Mama.
Bubba Gump in the chat. He said the best O line look all year, and that's a fact,
And
Bubba.
matter of fact, the crazy part is, and I hope he's well and gets better. But Caleb McGarry went down today.
I'm glad you brought that up, Philip. I got a segment today for injury report. There's something definitely to watch before we dive into that, but let's save that for a little later.
All right.
Dylan said 2 a.m. when they got back this morning, so yeah, a lot of traveling, and then they got up to watch the Dirty Birds get that dub. So that's what's up. Kiki in the chat. She said,
"Oh, I know
hey,
she
bros.
ready."
She said, "Hey, bro. Oh man, my thing right here is tweaking. Bro. Give me a second." She said, "Hey, bros, I'm here. I want all the negative people to let their praise be as loud as their disrespect was. Put some respect on my name.
Right.
Put some respect on my name type shit."
And this goes
That's
for
what's up.
everybody. Just comment and at her and personal everything. It's okay to have your own personal opinion, but why do you have to? Why do you have to tag someone and this and that and the other and things of that nature?
Bro, that's
Because they
because
like this one player.
Kiki be on their head on the Twitter world, bro. She runs Twitter world, Facebook. Kiki knows how to get under
Like
skins,
she,
under other fans' skins. So shout out to Kiki for her diehard faith in Desmond Ritter. When
right,
everybody doubted, Kiki was the one to follow behind you, babe. So if you meet
along with a lot of people.
if you meet any fan, this is your most loyal Desbian, as she'll say. Bubba Gump said, "This defense, oh my god, Philip." We
I
just
think
keep
I'm
seeing it,
enjoying
bro.
defense a lot, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's crazy. We don't see this. We've never seen this. Like,
Twan
it's
Jackson in the
wild.
chat, man. Shout out to Twan Jackson for tuning in. He said, "Rise up. I love what Ritter did. I hope he continues this play, but we will have it. We will have to get these 2 or 3 wins on the road." And that's correct. That's 100%. Desmond has got to secure that road win. And I think that falls into a bigger category of coaching as well. I think today you've seen a playbook that was opened up a little more, a lot of play action, something, that Desmond Ritter did a lot back in his college days. He kind of ran the same scheme. Ritter was like a Kyle Shanahan prospect in college. You know what I mean? He ran that style offense. So
and looked like a true leader out there as well.
to see Ritter finally get out, the scramble, the 7 right there, just to start the game out, that was huge for Ritter's confidence. And he said himself before the game, he knows how to shut the haters out, and he's very well at doing that. To be such a young guy, he knows how to stay off the social media. And Desmond Ritter is a true leader. I can't wait to see what he carries us through his next, 2 to 3 years or whatever it may be here in Atlanta. I'm ready to see what it turns out to be. Next comment here in the chat, Carlos Wiggins said Nilsson was a good hire.
Oh,
He was
definitely.
him and Gray was 100% is why our team is the way it is this season. Philip, your thoughts on that comment there?
Man, without him, where will we be? Dean Pease had a good defensive scheme as well, but he was already up there in age.
Didn't have the money.
Shout out to Dean Pease, because no disrespect, but he didn't have the same amount of time. He's getting up there in age. It was dwindling down. He didn't have the same amount of time to get this team where he wanted.
Yeah.
But now we got somebody that, like Nilsson, kind of runs the same scheme in a way, but he's doing but at a younger age than what Dean Pease was, and it's outstanding. Something I haven't seen my whole life of watching this team since 2012, and when we went 13-3. I mean, geez, I ain't seen this in years.
And it's just crazy. It's definitely inspiring as a fan to see your team do great after 4 to 5 pretty rough seasons we've had here in the past couple of years. Just to bring up something Philip brought up a while ago, our injury report today, man, after the game, we'll have more on this in the following days. Caleb McGarry checked out today, went to the blue tent with a knee injury, never returned back to the field. Philip, did you catch the backup's name?
Oh,
Norton?
man.
Was it Norton?
Norton, yeah, right. And he looked pretty solid.
Norton came in and did pretty well. He gave up one block I did watch, but it's going to happen. He just had stepped into the game. So, Caleb McGarry coming off of a paid contract year, Philip, the injury bug is already hit. We're hoping this isn't a big injury, but him not returning to the game
could hurt.
Did not look too great. Calais Campbell, another one that fell late in the game. Calais was able to leave the game by himself. He walked off the field, never returned. But then again, we were in the last 2 minutes of the game. So, like I said, we'll have more on that tomorrow. Philip, just your thoughts real quick on Caleb McGarry and Calais Campbell leaving the game.
Maybe I didn't catch what was wrong with Calais, but maybe he was just cramping something, and I'm not trying to say he's out of the game, but he is up there older in age, so certain elements might hurt a little bit,
Yep.
But that's a leader though, and I hope he does well. I hope he gets better, whatever the situation is, because I didn't catch up on it. And same with Caleb McGarry, because as we said before, without an O-line, you have nothing. And honestly, today O-line showed out, and you see what we did today.
Exactly.
So,
moving on real quick to our next subject, Philip, everything you said there on the injury report was 100% about Calais, being up in age. He is an older veteran, so, certain body parts may hurt more than others.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Calais Campbell, still being a dominant force on that D-line, even at the age that he's at. Almost sacked 100 today, Philip.
It's close.
So close. Man, I'm excited as a Falcon fan because our Dirty Birds bounced back today over 500. Philip, your thoughts of being back over 500? I mean, I know as a Falcon fan, it's sweet. I mean, there's not much words you can give, but just how do you feel? How are we feeling, bro? How are we feeling as a team? Are we feeling like this is a team that wins the NFC South?
Okay, so I do have confidence we could take this NFC South. Personally, I can't be more proud of this team the way they played today. I'm just
real quick, bro. Just let me give a shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to Twan Jackson, Ernest Hall, Jordan Dillon Cravey. Shout out to Marie Bass. Shout out to Carlos Wiggins, Destiny Cravey, Noah Clegg, Jerry McLean. Appreciate every single one of y'all that's tuned in. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook. We on Facebook groups at Dirty Fanatics United. Almost at 200 members on Facebook. So definitely climbing and growing. So be sure to check us out. Greatly appreciate it. Philip, go ahead, though.
Small little injury report. Travis Kelce just left the game with an ankle injury. Maybe he is okay.
Man, I betted on Travis today, bro. They got to cancel that.
It's 9 seconds till half. It's 9 seconds till half. So maybe he went to the locker room early, so maybe he'll be okay. But get well. So you hate to see injuries. But what were we talking about again?
Just the Dirty
how
Birds, man.
how
Being over 500. How we feeling, bro?
how I
NFC
feel
NFC South division leaders. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really good today. Maybe just today was just the start of it all. You could always boom hit it from here out and just win, just keep winning, or you know what I mean. We just got to have the same energy. Something today just felt good. You could just tell they were out there feeling comfortable, especially with Desmond. If Desmond feels comfortable, I feel like I'm confident in what's going on in the game. Same with the offensive line, and then with our running backs, Bijan and Algier. Know that we didn't have the greatest rushing day, but they did some
Still
big.
produce. Still
They
produce.
moved a few first downs to in this game today, and it's huge. And I think if we continue, our defense can play like this, and then offense could play like this on the same pace, and we're all together like this. We can take this NFC South. We can beat the Bucks. We can beat the Saints. We can pretty
Sweep the
much we can beat
Panthers.
anybody. Yeah, we can
0-5 for the
sweep
Panthers,
them.
by the way.
We can sweep them pansies. They in the bottom of the basement. They
Shout
can't
out to
breathe right
Cheryl
now.
Nord Gibson for tuning in. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Anthony
But
White in the comment section, man, said great win. What's good, fellas? Go ahead,
but
Philip.
if we continue at this pace, I have no worries. You're going to give up a few here and there, and you're going to lose a game or two. But if we continue at this pace, I'm confident in this team. We can be first round playoffs, and that's what I
100%.
want.
100%. Anthony White said Storm Norton. Philip, that's the backup number
That's his name,
77 that
Storm
came
Norton.
in to step up for Caleb McGarry. So, like we always say, man, next man up. And I would say he did exceptionally well for his first game here debuting for the Atlanta Falcons. Next comment here, Bubba Gump said, Nate, don't call me a backup. I'm a starter. You heard? Nate Landman, high on our list. Shout out to Nate Landman for what he's doing. Philip, Aunt Pam in the chat, she said, hello, Philip and Chase. Great win. It was a head injury with Calais Campbell.
Oh
Okay.
man,
Okay. So,
maybe he's okay. Maybe he's
maybe
okay.
minor concussion, maybe nothing too bad. So, maybe Calais
Just
can
take your
get back.
time, dog.
Yeah. Take your time. Bubba Gump said Calais has been so close every week. He has, man. I'm gonna say at the age that
Grady is
man
a
is, dude.
problem.
At
He's a
his
problem.
age, bro, he is so dynamic setting that edge, bro. Like that is 100% his game. Like he knows how to set an edge.
With him out, we're going to see a lot more Zach Harrison, and we know he's a beast as well.
Yep, rookie to progress, and Calais has been mentoring him throughout the whole time. So shout out to Calais. He's a leader. Lyric said the O line looked good, but I'm gonna beat Dom's ass. This man's out here trying to suplex somebody on a damn 3rd and 3 on a very field goal setting play. Like, what are we doing,
But
dog?
it could have been 10-9 going into half, but hey, that happened. And then it's unlikely to see Bijan and also Jonu fumble the ball.
Yes, very.
That's what killed us. But I can't be mad at them because they rarely mess up. That's the thing with them too.
Right.
Like they've been doing so good, so you can't be mad. But
Ms.
it was
Pam
just like, oh
says,
dang.
Miss Pam says, Calais Campbell, he's okay. Shout out to Miss Pam, man. Diehard Falcon fan there. Philip, man, let's get ready to carry this
Right
thing
here.
on down to Avis Avenue down there on ATL Ho Lane. Shout out to Philip and what he does over here for us on this podcast. Headed on over, dog. Here we go.
YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, hell, it don't matter. Guess what, baby? We now in your city.
Hey.
And with a W today, baby. It don't matter. Starting off the day, we're going to start off with the man himself, Mr. 300. The dog had him a day, and that is our QB1, Desmond Ritter. Starting off with 329 passing yards. Put some respect on his name. All right.
Heard.
Everybody has their mess ups, but listen, we all human. It's going to get better, though. And he fixed his problems today. All right. He was 75.7% on completions. That's crazy. With one passing touchdown, 10 rushing yards, with a rushing touchdown as well. Sheesh. And looking like a young Matt out there with his first ever fourth quarter comeback with the Atlanta Falcons and first game winning drive. We love to see it, man. We love when Matt used to do that all the time. He had like what 50. I mean,
Yeah,
but
yeah, he was
it's
leading
just
there
it's
for a
only
while.
getting started for Dez. Dez is gonna get there, man. And then second up, we got the man Drake London himself, baby. Number 5. We got London on the track, starting off with 6 receptions, 78 yards, and one completion for 22 yards. Drake,
That was
Drake,
nasty, bro. Let's just talk about that catch there for a minute, Philip. The amount of talent it takes to go up and grab that ball and hold that ball in that position all the way down. Because he could
put a
not pull
move
that
on
ball.
him.
Yeah, he cannot pull that ball back to his body.
Boom,
So shout out
boom.
to Drake, man. He's a
With the
thug.
left hand too.
Yeah,
Shoot, I can't
shout
even get
out to
my
Drake.
hand in that motion, son. And then next up is the man himself, the myth, the legend, the unicorn, Kyle Pitts himself, baby, showing out today. Still not healthy from the knee injury, but he's still out there proving his point.
Yes,
with
sir.
7 receptions and 89 yards. And then next up, we believe the hype. If you don't, we got the man Bijan Robinson, 14 carries, 46 yards rushing, and 12 yards reception. And run the clip, baby.
Shit.
2nd and goal. Ritter flips it. Robinson has it, and he has a touchdown. And Atlanta is back in front.
Sheesh, Mama, he's doing it again. Mama,
God, somebody stop him.
Go ahead, come on. Go ahead. Bring it in here. Bring it in here. Yes, sir. We got a little special guest right here with her London jersey as well, baby. Look at her.
For all the
We
viewers
matching
watching,
today.
this is a niece, my brother Dylan's little girl. Shout out to her. Everybody repping the Dirty Birds. You already know how it goes down in our household. So shout out to that.
ATL. ATL.
Yes, sir.
You gonna
Moving on, man. Moving on to the next subject. Philip spitting the stats on us. Philip, you got any more stats for us today there, Travel Chief?
I do. And then next up, last but not least, is the Falcons defense. We only one touchdown given up today. Went 4 for 13 on 3rd down, which is a 30.7%. We gave up 2.8 yards per rush and 6 and 3 on outs forced. That's crazy. And then in the past 2 weeks, the Falcons defense have only given up 2 touchdowns. That's crazy.
Falcons defense, man, once again dominating like always, man. It's been a huge thing for Atlanta Falcons, to have a defense for such a young quarterback in Desmond Ritter. It's really exciting time here in Atlanta to get that bounce back win, to go back 3-2. Philip, when does the Bucs play again? Do you happen to know?
The Bucs are, I'm pretty sure, on a bye week.
Okay, so it's going to be a tie in first place for Bucs.
Let me make sure
Falcons.
first.
Saints have the divisional loss, so they'll fall down to 3rd, and the Panthers will continue to dwell in the basement. A new comment here in the chat. Hell Rail said Bijan showing off with the one-handed catches. Love it, man. Bijan's a thug, bro. Hell Rail, man, appreciate you leaving a comment, bro. Hit that like, hit that share. If you're new here, bro, and you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Philip, man, I appreciate your breakdown, bro. Was that all your stats?
That is all. But I will say,
go ahead.
Defensive player of the game, that goes directly to Steve Alford, of course. And then the player of the game, of course, is Desmond Ritter as well. That's the player of the game. He's shined out.
Since you brought up player of the game, man, we'll go ahead and bring up that subject. You've kind of gave your players of the game, so I'll go ahead and touch on who I think my players of the game are. Defensive wise, man, Jesse Bates III almost coming away with another interception on the season.
About gave CJ his first interception.
There, of course, JB3 gave up 1 touchdown late in the game for the other team to get back in the league. So stuff like that happens. But I would say overall, JB3 had a solid game. Another one I'd give the game ball to, of course, our boy Glowman D. Alford, number 20. Another Nate Lemon, man. He's really stepped in and he's filled in those shoes.
Can I name one that people's I feel like kind of forgot about just because his name ain't popped up?
Yeah,
that's Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah, number 1.
And I don't care what nobody says. That was no hold in that play earlier.
It wasn't great coverage.
That was clean. That was clean coverage. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. he's rarely allowed a pass since he's came back. Dude's going crazy. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
I'm really liking what he's doing, man. Continue to ball out, Jeff. Do
Philip,
your thing, bro.
speaking about the defense, man, everybody around the league has been speaking about the Atlanta Falcons, whether it's good, whether it's bad. Everybody was on the hype train through week 1, week 2, but as teams started scheming for Bijan Robinson, defenses started to come out to talk, and somebody that we just faced off this Sunday had a little bit to say before the game.
They got wide receivers if they use them. I don't think they want to. I don't think they're trying to pass the ball. They're trying to out physical teams and run the ball. And so we're gonna have a tough task at hand is stopping them from running the ball. When I was on San Fran, I didn't play last year, but I saw what they did to San Fran last year, and San Fran went down there and they ran the ball and beat them up pretty bad. So I already know they're gonna stick to the run for sure. They got wide receivers if they use them.
Got your ass.
Something we did today very well, I would say, was pass the ball. They came and they definitely showed that they game planned for the run game. We did not gain much on the ground, even with a tough running day. I believe Bijan Robinson still had over 40 something yards on the ground, so it wasn't completely shut down. But those boys did game plan for the defense, and we've talked about it last week about if we didn't have a run game, we're fucked because we wasn't throwing the ball, we wasn't getting anything moving without the run game. And that's why I think this game here was so important that we won the way we did with passing first. We was a pass first team today, and we went out there and we executed beautifully, I would say, on the offense of the ball. Philip, your thoughts about other players like this guy here, just talking smack about they have receivers but they don't want to use them. They want to stick to the run game. We got 3, I would say, of the most dynamic people on our team right now that can catch the ball backfield. One, Bijan Robinson. Drake London is definitely a deep threat, and Kyle Pitts. It showed today. Philip, your thoughts on players like that when they have stuff to say about us not really respecting our passing game.
Well, I'm just at the tribal chief right now. As of right this minute, you better put some respect on them boys. Because starting off, Drake just went off, had a day. I mean, just went up, twirled around, son. He looked like a ballerina in the sky, dog. Dog just went up and grabbed that ball while being held, if we being honest. It was pass interference on him. But, hey, he still went. He was a dog and went that ball. He wanted it more. Put respect on these boys. Kyle Pitts went out there. He almost had a great catch. Almost
Phillip,
went over the guy.
Real quick, bro, we got more people tuning in. Shout out to Twine Jackson, Jabri Harper, Skylar Cravey, Freddie Wyman, and Jabri Harper, man. Shout out. Leave a like, leave a share, and please leave a comment. Philip, go ahead, bro.
But like I was saying, you got to start. Just because they ain't done anything doesn't mean they're not them, bro. That's just facts. And there's one that everybody's forgetting about. He's back. He's back. And you don't scheme for him, he's fixing to pick you apart. And that's the Joker himself. That is Cordero Patterson.
CP
just
back,
just because he hasn't done much these past 2 games.
Slowly working him in. Week 1 he came back, or his first week 1.
Just because he ain't showed out these past 2 games doesn't mean he won't do it.
And then now this week you see he's on the offensive ball, lined up at running back a couple of times, did a couple routes. So you're gonna see more CP as the year goes along. He's just getting healthier and healthier, taking it slow. Twine Jackson here in the chat said, "I agree. I think we can take this division. The Aints got a dominant win today, but this is a team we had beat twice last year." You are exactly right. This is a team that we have beat twice. Week 1, we should have had them there in the bins. And then when we traveled all the way to New Orleans, we did have that game, and then Drake fumbled the ball there at the end of the game on the comeback drive. So, like Philip said, Desmond Ridder today led a fourth quarter comeback, his first of his NFL career, and I'm sure there's plenty more.
First of many.
Next comment here is Jabri Harper. He said, "Rise up, baby. We played pissed like I thought we would. Hashtag Angry Birds." Shout out to Jabri. He said we played with heart and passion today. Yes, sir, we did. He said, "Rise up, fellas. Rise up, Jabri, man. We appreciate your love and support you give us over here at Dirty Fanatics United." Philip, something we haven't done in the past few shows we got to keep forgetting about is we gotta show W some love, bro. We've been forgetting to show W some love. So real quick, we'll be right back after this quick word. Shout out, W. We greatly appreciate our first ever sponsor. Definitely more to come in the future, but for now, W is the way to go. Make sure you check out W. It's a Jitterless energy blend. Make sure you use our discount code DirtyBirds, all caps. If you happen to check them out, man, link will be in the description as well as our merch. Be sure to check out our merch, man. Philip, I'm sounding like a broken record, but I'll go ahead and let the fans know again. The merch link will be in the description. And we're doing a giveaway here at Dirty Fanatics.
Get
United.
it. Get it, baby.
It's either for a game day ticket or a jersey of your choice. You have to have bought a merch. We have 3 entries right now, Philip. First 10 people will be entered. Right now, we got 1 entry with LaMarcus Boyd, and Deke Ruffin has 2 entries. So shout out to Deke and shout out to LaMarcus Boyd for supporting Dirty Fanatics United. We greatly appreciate it, and can't wait to see who else supports us. Philip, man, we're getting ready to wrap this show up, I believe. Real quick, dog, is there any way you could get me scores around the league?
Let's look it up, baby.
We can touch on that subject, and we'll call
we got to scan the phone.
Falcon fans, man, if you're tuning in now or if you're tuning in later, please be sure to leave a like and share. Please subscribe, man. We greatly appreciate it. I believe we're at 234 subscribers now on YouTube. Our goal is 300 to 500 for this year. So please, man, help us reach our goal. We're on the road to 1K, and this is our first year doing it. So we greatly appreciate everybody that supported us.
I got you right here, boss. Starting off a Thursday night, we had the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Washington fell short, 40-20. They gave the Bears their first win. We can't let that happen, bro. And then starting bright early this morning, 9 o'clock here in the East. We had the Jaguars and Bills, which I totally don't think it was fair for the Bills, but that's for another day. This final score was 25-20. And then we're here down in the NFC South, starting with the New Orleans Saints. Had a crazy win over the sorry New England Patriots. 34-0, that was the score. And then we have a AFC South, I want to say. I don't keep up with other teams. But AFC South division fight, we had the Indianapolis Colts versus Tennessee Titans, and the Colts won 23-16. Then moving on to the AFC North, we have the Baltimore Ravens against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers took the W today, 17-10. They bounced back. Sitting at last place in the NFC South, I'm pretty sure the whole league, we have the Carolina Pansies and then the Detroit Lions. And if you don't know, Detroit's the real deal, guys. Detroit won 42-24. They gave them some weak points at the end from backups. And then back in the NFC South, we have, of course, the greatest team in the league, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Houston Texans. Shout out to C.J. Stroud and the Texans, but we took the W 21-19.
You heard my man. That's our segment for Around the League. EQRC here in the chat said is Washington. I believe that's what she meant, or a winnable game. It's a home game, but Wash is a good team. Philip, your thoughts?
The rest of it, and they are. It's a home game.
No, go ahead. I didn't have more scores. Go ahead.
No, but that. The rest of the games are still going. But anyway, Washington is a good team. It's a winnable game, and we play lights out like we did today. We definitely can.
Philip, who is our next scheduled opponent?
I'm pretty sure it's Washington.
Is it? Okay. So Washington at home next week.
Washington? Yes.
Okay. So that's a D front. Yeah. That's a D line. They got a stout D line. Our offensive lines got to come out, and they've got a pass block like we did today.
Yeah.
The run game will definitely help with the passing game. Maybe if you see, if you run the ball today for 50 or 60 more yards, you may see a passing game from Desmond Ridder for 350 yards.
Exactly.
The run game opens up the passing game, and I think as a whole, if we come out and we play well and we get to the quarterback again, in a Sam Howell, still an unproven quarterback, I believe our secondary could get some picks and make some disruption there. They have a good run game, something that we did pretty well today on defense. We held up pretty nice on the D end and D line. So I do think Washington is a very winnable game. It's just, they've beaten us the past 2 years, so we owe them one. Is how I look at it.
Oh, definitely. But the thing is, they don't have Taylor Heineke anymore. But don't mean anything. They're still like EQ said, they're a good team. But if we play lights out, we can definitely compete with them and stay in that game. That's the difference. The past 2 years, we've been competing and we've been in almost every game. Really, the only game we really haven't been in. Well, we've been in almost every game, really. But the Detroit game, we didn't really score. But it wasn't like a blowout game.
And we had so many chances, to come back and win that game.
We just killed ourselves on that part. But if we continue to play like we did today, I'm pretty confident we can move the ball. Plays look well like they did today. Defense shines. I'm confident. I believe in my boys.
I will say before we get ready to do our shout outs here to close the show out, real quick, shout out to Stephen, Dwayne, Hunter. Shout out to you, sir, for tuning in, man. Leave a like, leave a share. And if you haven't already, head on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button, man. We greatly appreciate it. On the road to 500, bro. Really, 1K is our goal. So shout out to everybody that supported us. Shout out for even tuning in, bro. Real quick, Philip, I will say, man, today, I feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities as well. There were some bad today. There was a lot of good. The good outweighed the bad today. But I will say, we as the Falcon content creators and podcasters, we keep it 100 about our Dirty Birds. And I will say there were some drives that I felt like we walked away and we could have had points on the board. There was a lot of those drives that you had chances to really take this game and run with it and just go ahead and shut the whole thing out, not to be battling in the last 40 seconds of the game. The fumbles, the missed receptions by Jonnu Smith, hit him right in the numbers. I would even say the solid throw to Kyle Pitts went straight through his hands. Stuff like that is what affects us. And penalties, man. We got to clean up these penalties. I believe it was before the end of the halftime, Philip, we had over 7 penalties for like over 55 to 60 yards to their 40 for only 20 yards. So, stuff like that.
When Dolman did what he did, it knocked us completely out because of unsportsmanlike. Like, my thing is, you made the play. Why did you have to come up and hit him like that? Especially from the back. That was over excessive. But, go back, watch what it is, watch what you did, and make up for that.
Yeah, this game's definitely a game that you can build off of what happened today and make your team stride even better for the next game. Philip, shout out real quick to LaMarcus Boyd, our big-time supporter, first ever merch. LaMarcus Boyd said, "What's up, fellas?" Shout out to Ben Smith, man, the ex-boss man. Shout out to you for turning in, boss. Appreciate it. Next person here in the chat, EQRC, said, "Yes, that's a stupid play." It definitely was. Stuff like that happens. But, Philip, we're getting ready to close this thing out, man. We've had a bunch of people come through and leave their comments for what they want to talk about today. Tune in sometime this week. I'm not going to give a day because my schedule is crazy. But we will for sure be live Sunday if we're not live throughout the week, one day this week. Just be sure to check us out on Facebook at Dirty Fanatics United. Be checking us out on YouTube. We're on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And we're also on Facebook. So be sure to check us out. Philip, your shout-outs for today, boss.
Shout out to everybody that's pulling through today, like through this podcast. We appreciate everything y'all doing. Appreciate everybody that's checking out the merch. If you haven't seen it, just go ahead, look at it. We are doing a giveaway,
a big giveaway, Philip. Big giveaway. Yeah. Shout out to LaMarcus Boyd. There's a preview of what one of our hoodies look like. He actually bought the navy blue hoodie. There's also a gray hoodie there. So different colors. It just says Dirty Fanatics United on the front with our logo. It's a way for our podcast to grow. Philip, I about forgot to throw this one thing up, man. I just want to say, last week, we came on the podcast, and we were a little upset with what happened last week. Desmond came out, threw a couple of interceptions. And as I said live, this was not a Desmond Ridder bash. And just to show my loyalty to Desmond, bro, this was posted before we actually drafted Desmond. So shout out to Desmond Ridder, man. And I just posted, really like this kid. That was back October the 8th of 2020. So, shout out to Desmond Ridder and just for what he's done here. We definitely are backing you on Dirty Fanatics United. Before we get ready to close out, we got 2 more chats. EQRC said, another great one, guys. Go Falcons. I'm out. Appreciate you stopping by, sir. We greatly appreciate it. Hit the like, hit the share. Ben Smed said, good job, guys. Appreciate it, bro. We greatly appreciate everybody that stops by. Philip, shout out to you, sir, for coming by and spending your time with me talking about these Dirty Birds. Shout out to everybody that left a comment, all the new subscribers, all the new likes. Be sure to check the merch out if you want to be entered in the raffle to win a game day ticket or an NFL Atlanta Falcon jersey, home or away jersey, your pick. It can even be the gradient jersey, whatever you want it to be.
Whatever you like, man. Whatever you like.
Shout out to everybody that has tuned in and showed us love. Philip, as always, man, we get ready to wrap this thing up. As we always say,
Down.
count down. Catch y'all next time.